Hey there, welcome in. It's Heather with Heather's Healing, and I'm here to give a message for this upcoming week, which is July 6th through the 12th, 2026, or anytime this message finds you. So, the overall feeling that I was getting for this week is that it's important to slow down and move at a pace that's right for you. So, slow, steady, deliberate movement is the medicine for this week. Things to consider or think about this week. What are you building that will still matter a year from now? The gift offered in considering this is resilience and inner clarity. What truly matters, what absolutely needs your attention, and what can wait. Are you pursuing something because it inspires you or because you are trying to escape something else? So slow down, simplify, and discern. There's a quiet shift that I'm feeling this week. It's a quiet shift unfolding, and it invites you to pause long enough to hear the wisdom beneath the noise. And if you have been questioning your path or purpose, if allowed, the wisdom offered this week will shed a light. So, keeping all of this in mind, let's go ahead and get Spirit's insight on how we can align with this week's energy. So what does the collective need to know, understand, and embody for the highest good this week? So the questions that I want to ask is I want to look at the foundation, the stabilizing energy this week, the illusion, what are you beginning to see through? And I think that's part of why we are being asked to slow down this week. What is the lesson this week? What is the blessing, the next step, and then a final message? So, the foundation for this week, what is the stabilizing energy this week for those that are watching? And thanks so much for being here. Stabilizing energy. What is the foundation this week? The stabilizing energy. I'm hearing care. So, we've got the Nine of Cups. I like this. So, this is really asking you, what are you what do you want out of life? What do you want at this stage in your life? What are you dreaming up? Um, that's the stabilizing energy. And it is kind of a dreamy energy this week. Um, and I think that it's okay to feel a little ungrounded. So if you're feeling a little ungrounded this week, I think that's really okay, especially with the questions that spirit is asking us to sit with. You know, what really matters? What's important to you now? What do you want? What are you asking the universe for? The Nine of Cups, it's all about your dreams and wishes coming through. And I know I mentioned it, I think it was last week. I have noticed that things have been manifesting really quickly in my life, good and bad. So be very intentional with what you are asking. And remember that the thoughts you are thinking are communication to spirit and to the universe. So, really be diligent in what you are thinking because things can manifest really quickly. But I really like this energy. Take time out this week to dream, take time out this week to really kind of evaluate what matters and where can you kind of cut back on things. Are you staying busy just to stay busy? I like the question that spirit was asking us, are you pursuing something because you are really inspired by that, or are you trying to escape something else? I think that's a good question to look at this week. What is the illusion? What are you starting to see through? What is the illusion that you are starting to see through? This will be interesting. The Three of Cups. Got a lot of cup energy here. The Three of Cups. So the first feeling that I got here was that life isn't meant to be fun, that life is hard, that it's not enjoyable. Um, these are what the illusions you're starting to see through, that you're meant to be productive all the time, that you're meant to strive for something big. And um, maybe you have an idea or a belief around it's not okay to just be still and do nothing. Maybe you have some false beliefs around resting and not pursuing anything. So take a look at what beliefs come up this week around your beliefs. If you are just allowing yourself to have fun, be carefree, do something fun, how do you feel when you're doing that? Are you feeling like you're being unproductive? You know, I do believe we are meant to slow down and enjoy life. It's not all about pursuing or going after something. I think the most important thing is connection with other people, connection with yourself, with your guides, with God, whatever it is that you believe in. That's really important. And I love the little wreath here. There's a lot of victory and blessings to be had in slowing down and enjoying life. You don't need to be productive and pursuing something all the time. What is the lesson this week? What is the lesson? What can you learn this week about yourself, maybe the world around you? What is the lesson this week? I'm hearing how to be still, how to be quiet. Can you sit still without a phone, without social media, without watching or listening to anything? Can you sit still in your thoughts and feelings and be okay with whatever comes up? What is the lesson? We have the four of wands. I really feel this connection here with the three of cups and the wreath here. The four of wands, victory and connection, victory and joy in the simple things that life can offer. Again, this is about connection. And this can be connecting to yourself, connecting with spirit, connecting with your partner, but it's really engaging in a meaningful way. A lot here with emotionally connecting. There's a lot here with emotionally connecting. Not going through the motions, not rushing through anything. That's the lesson that can be learned this week. Slowing down, emotionally regulating with your partner. That's another thing I'm hearing. Emotionally regulating with your children, you know, taking time, or your pets, really taking time to slow down and be with the people that matter most. It's very positive. I really like this energy. It's a really soft, inviting, opening energy this week. I really do like this. It can be a little uncomfortable. I could see where there could be, where this could be uncomfortable for some people, especially if you've gotten into a groove of disassociating and maybe kind of cutting yourself off from other people emotionally. A lot here with emotional regulation, but I like this energy. It's very soft and inviting. What is the blessing this week? I feel like all of this is the blessing of this week. But let's see what else we get. What is the blessing this week? Deep care and consideration for yourself. I really like it. It's an invitation to release your burdens. Allow yourself to be carefree. We've got the Ace of Swords, allowing the truth to bubble to the surface. In in this engaging with others, in this emotionally connecting with others, in a space where you allow yourself to be heard, but you also are allowing other people to be heard, you're really getting to the truth in something. And again, here's that the wreath back here again. There's definitely some truth coming through. Truth is bubbling to the surface. I think if you allow yourself to be open to this energy this week, meaning the slowing down and emotionally connecting to the energy this week, I think you really are going to see the truth in something that's kind of been right in your face and you've not been able to see it before. I do feel like this is tied into your path and purpose. Um, if you've been questioning your path and purpose, if allowed, the wisdom of this week will shed light on that. I think that's what this Ace of Swords is also talking about. Um, I feel like your clarity, your inner wisdom is really going to point you in the direction that is best for you. Whether that is questions regarding a relationship, regarding work, regarding health, yeah, I really do feel like if you take this week and slow down, follow the breadcrumbs that the universe is leaving for you and open your heart, you're going to get direction. So if you have a question on your mind or on your heart this week, I do feel like you're going to get the answer, especially with that Ace of Swords. And this is the blessing. But I do feel like this could be a bittersweet blessing for some. So keep that in mind. Um, yeah, it could be a little bit of a bittersweet blessing, but it's truth. That Ace of Swords, it's truth. And you'll know it. You'll know it. You'll feel it in your body. You will feel this truth. So next question I wanted to ask is, what is one practical action you can take this week to align with your next step, to align with the energy? So asking the guides and guardians, what is a practical next step, a practical action that those that are watching can take this week? One, one action. I'm hearing being open to receive the guidance that we're offering you. So many of you are closed. So many of you are closed down and not wanting to hear. You ask questions, you're desiring answers, but you're not open to receiving the wisdom that we're offering you. The Hierophant. This is your inner guidance. Again, this is about the action step to take, slowing down and allowing yourself to receive the information. You already know the next step to take, but this is allowing yourself to see that truth, to hear that truth, to get that message. And this is also coming back to traditions, um, things that really matter, clearing out any of the debris, any of the stuff that really doesn't matter, the crap that you just fill or waste time with. I love this energy of the Hierophant, and I do believe this is your inner guru. This is your inner guidance. This isn't seeking information outside of you. This is really tuning into your soul, really tuning into your inner guidance. That's the next step to take, is trusting yourself and um trusting the information that you're receiving. I want to pull one final card. I'm trying to decide if I want to do, we've got the Fool on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I'm going to pull it from the tarot. One final message, Spirit, for this week ahead. I just want to take a look here. This Ace of Swords, when I very first pulled it out, it looked like the Tower to me. I thought that was interesting. All right, one final message. One final message. 6. We got the 6 of Pentacles. This is transactional energy. This is the give and the take. But I also, what I really feel from this is karmic. This is aligning with your path and purpose. I do feel like when I was talking about that slow, quiet unfolding of energy this week, I do feel like it has a karmic quality to it. I feel like there is a shift here this week, um, pointing us in a different direction or pointing you in a different direction, but it's a direction that's aligned with your soul's path and purpose. So while it could feel uncomfortable, I know you will feel the truth in it. And because this is your soul's path, it's not going to feel burdensome. That's the other interesting thing here. So there's definitely a karmic unfolding of energy here. I do really like it. It is a very soft energy. You're being redirected, but you're also being asked to get really clear on what truly matters to you. That's really important. All right, everyone. So may this week bring you clarity, peace, and the courage to honor the path that is uniquely yours. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye for now.